Hello Internet, my name is HenryEditz, and welcome to Bad Mappers 2, or as I would like to call it, Worse Mappers, because in a previous video, I talked about free mappers, one of which is Romanian Mapping, who uploads shit content, the second one is Portuguese Mapping, who uploads repetitive videos, and third mapper is Gailala, who is a zoophile mapper that, I gotta be honest, I'm gonna not even talk about Gailala because I talked about Gailala so many times that I think you should just watch my other videos. I have a playlist on them, so, the link is in the description. In my other videos, I also talked about Penguin Mapping, who, he stole my mapping video, is season 2 story, and kind of changed it up a bit, but it's still noticeable that it's my story. And he keeps uploading Ukraine war videos, which is extremely repetitive. Dude, your channel doesn't have to be 50% of Ukraine war videos. Come on, man. Stop milking the war. Please stop milking the war. But most of these mappers nowadays are just like this. They just upload repetitive content. Shorts, they upload nutshell videos. They're all terrible content, but I'm not gonna talk about these people because you probably know what's wrong with them. Instead, I'm gonna talk about something much, much worse. For example, have you heard a mapper who stole $750,000? Yes, you indeed heard me correctly. $750,000! Oh, Jesus Christ. And then there's another guy who is just grooming people in Discord. There's a guy I had drama with in 2018. It's actually very terrible and disgusting news. But I'm gonna talk about them because they're pieces of garbage. They all left mapping, thankfully, and they really defined why I left the mapping community, So alright, enough rambling. This intro is already over 2 minutes, so let's talk about those terrible mappers, starting with the groomer. The first mapper that we will cover is Astro Mapping. Astro Mapping was a mapper who had 2,000 subscribers and was popular for making the abandoned Alternate Future of Europe series, which got favorable reviews. Astro Mapping joined around in 2020, and he was generally liked in the mapping community, until there were recent accusations of him grooming minors on Discord, especially trying to sexualize them. Poisonous Mapper has posted an announcement on his Discord server reporting this issue. He has also uploaded a video which contained certain screenshots of Astro, which prove that he was in fact grooming minors.
The popular mapper has been found to be a dangerous person, as evidenced by incidents of grooming and sexual misconduct involving but not limited to Hypeak and Chrono. We are exposing him not out of vendetta, but out of protection for the majority of mappers who are underage. The demographic of the mapper community is quite young, so in good conscience we cannot just let a groomer get away with it.
By the way, the guy in the screenshots by the name of Gwen is Astro. The screenshots, as you would guess, are disturbing, and basically the minors or the victims reported this issue to other mappers. Anyway, Poisonous made his video, and after that, Astro deleted his channel, and a re-upload channel was been created containing only his mapping series, which each one of them having a disclaimer of what had happened. I want to thank Poisonous Mapper for reporting to the mapping community about this guy, and I would guys urge you to subscribe to his channel. He had 10k subscribers previously, but he lost them because of kids in the mapping community. But anyway, he's really a fantastic mapper and really underrated, so please check him out. The next mapper I will cover is Contingency. By the way, the next two mappers that I will talk about are interesting because both of them are the people I have met. And at the beginning I thought both of them are actually pretty good guys, but as you may suspect, what I will say in this video is exactly the opposite about them. I think there's also going to be people from my other channel Infoland who know who Contingency is, and probably already know what I think of the guy, but if you don't know, then I will explain. Contingency was a mapper which at the time had 1,000 subscribers, and he was making edgy mapping videos. I met him around in February of 2018, and during that time, he was a good person. I was still in the mapping community, or actually in a sub-community that was called the Edgy Mapping Community, which had mappers, or edgy mappers, who were basically making mapping videos more focused on the story and lore. I was one of those people during that time. Anyway, enough of that. Basically, at some point, me, Contingency, and another guy called Cybrex had a private server where we were basically sharing ideas and progress on our mapping videos. However, at some point, Contingency met certain people in the mapping community and left our group. which kind of sparked confusion within us. And I saw like who was he like friends with, like when he met those people, and when I saw that and what kind of messages he was sending, I found it extremely retarded. Unfortunately, I don't have any screenshots because these mapping Discord servers are deleted, and I don't think anyone saved the screenshots, so please bear with me. But I know what he did, and I made a video on Infant called Too Bad Contingency, and it was a video where I blocked and unsubscribed to Contingency's channel. It might seem weird and confusing that I did it without giving any context of why I have done that, but you know, especially during that time, because Contingency was actually relevant to the mapping community, which resulted in this like and dislike ratio in my video, and also resulted in people hating me for a while, which I may talk about in the future. People even thought I wasn't serious or I made a meme or something, but I saw that something was suspicious about Contingency. He has changed in my point of view. He seemed different. And then a few months later, in 2019, Contingency was accused of being a pedophile. Dude, why is this common in the mapping community? Jesus Christ. Or maybe it's just Discord. Nah, let's just put mappers in the title. Well, during that time, I was not even knowledgeable about the mapping community, so I looked at the comments, what people were saying, and it seems like he groomed two other mappers by the name of Sandra Rojo. And also, he tried to avoid controversy by making new channels and accounts by the name of North Ireland Mapping, Sifadom, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong, and Flora. But this hiding had no purpose because we already knew who he was and he was caught anyway. Eventually later, he thankfully vanished from the internet. Before we continue on the last and possibly the worst mapper in this list, I just want to thank you guys for 30,000 subscribers. I'm gonna go to HenryEditz. I don't know why, oh my god, it says 30k, let's go! My lungs hurt. I don't like screaming, but I did it. Let's go! Jesus. I'm sorry. I just hurt your ears. Twice. My head hurts now. I have a headache now. Look at that. Look how sad it is. I got 25k 2 years ago. 3 years ago, I probably got 20k, right? 3 years ago, 20k. I know I could have made a special video about the milestone, but I really wanted this to be a special video. And to celebrate, I'm putting a 90% discount on my game for a day, and that game is The Colorful Creature. The Colorful Creature is a platformer where we have to change color in order to progress. There's over 300 levels to play, endless run, challenges, bosses to fight, levels to make, skins to unlock, and so much more. If you want to play the game on mobile, there is a game also on Android for free, and also the game is just 35 cents. It's so cheap that you can literally buy 10 copies of the game for the base price. Please check the game out on Steam, and if you have the game already, consider gifting the game to your friend. And now let's get on with the video. Wow, I'm so energetic.
Hey, what's going on, guys? 56 here.
The last map I will cover is Whoop-de-Doo 56. This story is going to hurt because I know the guy since 2017, and he was a mapper who made Alternate Future of the USA, which I believe was pretty popular back in the day and got around 400k views. He also made other videos, but that video was the most influential on his channel. He was a friend of West Virginia Mapping, which at the time was one of the best mappers that existed during that period, and he also collabed with a guy named Epic, and he made Alternate Future of Africa collab or whatever. And he did regular live streams on his channel, where I was a consistent viewer on his channel. However, I stopped watching him, but I was in contact with him from time to time, and the last time I talked to him, however, was in 2019, where on Twitch he was streaming a game called Axie Infinity, which is a game that is in a play-to-win genre. Now, I'm not sponsoring this game or anything. I really want to talk about this game because it's kind of important to the story, and I think playing these kinds of games are a scam since they're technically introduced some sorts of cryptocurrencies or NFTs, but back then I wasn't thinking too much of it. Eventually, I haven't really heard anything of him until, well, this year. In a stream of mine, which by the way, you should subscribe to my channel to see me stream horror games and such. I was live streaming on my YouTube channel, and at some point in the stream, I talked about how Whoop-de-Doo 56 was a great guy because I was streaming my history of my channel because I hit 30k subscribers. Again, thank you. And literally in the stream, I witnessed something terrifying. Whoop-de-Doo 56. Jesus. What? What happened? Wait. Whoop-de-doo56 was accused of NFT fraud and he stole $750,000.
I'm embarrassed. I didn't really want to make a video or anything. I was hoping people would just simply forget that I existed. I don't know why I was that stupid to think people would just simply forget that I'm here. I deleted my Discord server, my Twitter, my Twitch and stuff. I was embarrassed. I was being a coward and I ran away from everything because I was too embarrassed to talk to people specifically. In addition to that, I had already surpassed every goal that I had ever had. I had only ever hoped to make $100,000 maybe. I made $750,000 though.
It was a very shameful act that it honestly hurt me, because I knew the guy for so long that I haven't even considered that he would do such a thing. Imagine you're watching like a YouTuber or streamer that you know for years, and then all of a sudden they're just accused of stealing money or being in some kind of a controversy that you can't even recover from. And that's how I felt when I learned about this. And he said that he was trying to get away with it. He said that he wanted people to forget who Whoop-de-doo56 is. Look at this.
People would just simply forget that I existed.
He thought we would forget. And unfortunately that didn't work for him because we simply don't. I literally made a remastered series of his Ultra Picture of the USA, and I also made a couple of memes about him, but that was the humble days of Whoop-de-doo56, but now, you know, it really hurts.
But as far as I'm concerned, I don't feel like I scammed anybody on this. I helped as many people as I could for 3 weeks there. I don't really feel like I did anything wrong specifically because I don't feel like I scammed anyone over on any of this or had promises that I didn't keep for as long as I could. Telling people exactly what happened. At this point, I've accomplished every goal I really had, specifically making my parents eat their words on this whole idea. They kind of had told me that this is probably all a bad idea, and it ended up going really well, so.
And please don't support Whoop-de-doo56 if he comes back, because his channel is deleted. By the way, he literally privated every single video when he did the scam, but then other people in this Axie community or whatever were talking about him to make an apology or whatever, and he made an apology, which is now a re-upload video. But then what he did is that he deleted that video again, and it's re-uploaded on like some random channel. So in other words, he's a coward, and please don't support him. You know, it's really shameful. I just want to say, I know there's gonna be people from 2017 who watch me, for example Ken or Diamond Turtle, so please just don't support this guy because he has done awful acts. And thank you guys, like 2 of you, thank you for sometimes checking my channel and supporting me throughout literally 6 years at this point. If you're watching this, I'm very grateful that you stayed on my channel for this long.
I guess that's really everything I have to say on this one. I'm sorry for everything on this, and I don't expect to be forgiven in any way or anything. This is Whoop-de-doo56 signing out from Axie, probably for the last time. Thank you guys.
Anyway, that's it. That's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers. Remember, the colorful creature is 9% off for like a day. And also, thank you Scotrin for supporting my channel. Alright, that's it. Goodbye.
Oh my god, where can I buy one?
What moron would want to humidify?
I'm not a moron!